New York is one of the biggest marathons in the world. It's one of the 6 world major marathons. So you've got London, Tokyo, Berlin, and then you got Boston, New York, Chicago. You know, there's 50,000 plus people that line up on that starting line, and I get to be one of them. I'm not gonna lie, like I have always been very intimidated by New York. After like a solid day in Paris, like, man, I have so much more confidence training for a tough and hilly course, and I'm excited to see what I can do.
The whole time. Yes.
We're in the middle of the cross-country season right now, so the BYU boys, we got back from Paris, and I think the next week we started into BYU cross-country camp, so no rest for the wicked. I could see it, you know, most of the way.
Yeah,
it's good when you're in the same frame when there's somebody's having a really good day.
That's true. I was testing out some new prototypes, and I put them on and I single knotted them because I was going to do some strides and then kind of readjust them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I did some strides, they felt great, and I forgot that I'd single knotted them.
Oh no.
So then gun goes
Rookie
off.
mistake.
I know.
Rookie mistake by a veteran.
Gun goes off, a mile in, my left shoe comes untied.
Oh, you're kidding me.
A mile in.
Dude, I saw that. I was like, I don't know how you ran so well.
So you ran?
And then by mile 2, my right shoe was
you were
untied.
kidding me. So you had 8 miles of running with laces flapping?
Yes.
That's the
The
worst.
good news is the A6 laces are like knobby.
Yeah.
And so they definitely got looser, but they stayed pretty snug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
like, but when I started to kick, I was like, oh no, this might be when my heel pops out. But,
well, heel pops out or you just trip yourself.
no.
Oh, that's good.
So
crazy.
I don't think it affected the results or anything. Like
Yeah.
I felt like it was okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know,
Well, I'm glad you weren't running in a bigger pack where somebody else stepped
I
on
know.
your shit too.
They were, yeah. I'm sure it was really annoying to everybody else that I was running
We'll
with.
run the first out and back maybe together, and then we'll get a couple of watches going. Okay. So 3:05 or so, and take it from there. Okay. One big happy group here on this first one. Okay, here we go. Ready, go.
The trials, you could say, it was all about making the team, and I fully expected to like run my guts out, but it ended up not being one of those days. Like, don't get me wrong, the trials is very hard, but we all know that I hadn't won a tank. The Olympics, it was kind of the same idea, but I moved too late. Like I thought I'd catch more over the last 10K, and I found myself, yeah, like I said, in no man's land, not really having to push over the last mile because there was nobody to catch. So yeah, New York will definitely be like pedal to the metal, like see what I can do, and there's not as much risk in that. And it's also like, I don't know, there's something that's so special about like finding your limit.
Very good, Kenneth. Nice. 130. Okay. Good. Boom. Boom. Okay.
Nice job.
Okay, 303. Oh, but I may bump you back, okay? And it's no disservice to you at that point. It's just, I wanted you 10 seconds for the first group. Okay, first group ready, go. But I think Connor and Clayton coming off their 10-miler, we'll just do this morning session with them. And I've asked Connor and Clayton to let the college guys lead this. Nice, good work. 130, 129. So we just say counterclockwise. If they get enough separation, counterclockwise always goes inside. Good. 302. 302. How did that feel, Berkeley? Good. 5 seconds. 2, 1, go. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. No, that's good.
It's interesting because, you know, if you followed my journey, most marathon builds are anywhere from 16 to 12 weeks. But from Paris to the New York City Marathon was 12 weeks. And we had to take a couple weeks off, and then we slowly got back into training. And so at the end of the day, this really ended up being only like an 8 or 9 week build. And at the beginning, there was kind of this fight between, okay, I got to let my body and my mind recover and be ready to train hard so I don't burn out. But in a way, there was also this fight to like try to hang on to fitness, right? Like I just came off arguably one of the best races of my life. I was very, very fit. I was really good in the hills, and New York's a very hilly course. And so there was a little bit of that in the beginning. But now I think, I don't know, where am I at? 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out? I still feel a little bit of urgency. Like I'm hitting some really good key workouts. I feel like I'm just as fit as Paris, maybe a little bit fitter, but it's so hard to tell.
Way to go. Nice little morning run right there. 2 time, nice and controlled. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice and controlled. 2 time it.
Dude, you look so smooth today.
Give me 2, give me 2, give me 2. Give me 2, that's good. Coming off a hard 10 miler, bro.
Not bad.
Nice. And that was perfect. That was good. I like the fact that you guys stayed back. That was good. We were saying that was a pretty good little group up front when we have 4 Olympians in the mix.
It was good. Connor and I took a little bit longer to warm up and didn't do strides before the first one. So our first 1,000 was like pretty much a long, painful stride. But then it ended up warming up fine. I felt good though. I was happy with. It's kind of fun just turning your mind off and staying in the pack. Coach didn't want us to lead anything or change anything and mess up the mojo of the BYU team.
I'd say it's 2 minutes slower than Chicago, but these guys are faster than they were the first time they ran Chicago too. So it's a nice championship style course.
Yeah,
when they don't have pacers in there, which is kind of our forte, I think. So.
Yeah, it might be faster than the Olympic course.
Is the Olympic champion going to be in?
Yeah, so they'll have the gold medal
Tola
and the silver medalist.
Okay.
So Tola.
Silver medalist in Tokyo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Bashir Abdi and who was that? That was Abdi Najiri.
Wait, no pacers. That means who's going to set the pace early?
Not me.
We'll see how prophetic that is.
How early are we talking, actually? What was your question again?
We'll pull that footage out in 5 weeks and see if it was prophesied.
How well it ages.
So as you guys know, like I am a data junkie and I love data. And you guys ask me all the time, why am I wearing 3 heart rate monitors or this or that or the other? And some of you guys have noticed that I started wearing STRYD. STRYD is essentially these little pods that you wear on your shoes, and they're high-tech data collectors that can show you essentially how hard you're running. They came on board for this docuseries to be able to kind of highlight that. And so I have been using them this entire build, and I'll be using them for the next 4 weeks to be able to see how I should approach New York, both in training and then as well as kind of a race day strengths plan. So, where should I make key decisions on running up hills or down hills or at what parts of the race? So yes, thank you to STRYD. It's been a tool that, I used in Paris and I'm using now in New York. And I hope that, being a data junkie and somebody that loves all sorts of data, STRYD has definitely been something that's fun to have, to geek out about, and to kind of find the next little things that I can focus on to become a better athlete and a better marathoner.
Like energy.
Vitality.
Yeah, vitality. And we're like,
We have to stretch our backs out in the morning because we're getting up
That's
there.
great.
So
Old.
Oh.
He's like, that's great.
Are you guys like today? It's like, well, it sounds like you already have your mind made up.
Yeah.
And I just want to play the good therapist.
A lot of eyes on him.
Yeah.
But he was followed really well.
And yeah, he was.
Pre-social media.
Yes.
Everybody knew Brian Hollis.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like stop, you're done. Yeah, they go start early miles 163 and then I did a long run in Atlanta like just over a month ago. And I was like at sea level, feeling pretty good as we have.
Because it was at least like every Monday,
Yeah,
and then like every other Saturday it seemed.
yeah. Just getting mileage in right now. Or next race.
Next race.
Both running the New York City Marathon.
Nice. What did Tola win it last year in?
Just fast. It was a course record.
Like 204, 205?
Yeah. 4:49 pace.
It's like 206.
206 teens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
206.44 minus 26 seconds.
Better weather, less hills. You would think that we should be able to run that fast,
Yeah.
but it's still gonna be very tough.
Yeah. Yeah, Tola will be there. Bashir Abdi, who was second at the Olympics, will be there. And Abdi Najiri, who was second at Tokyo.
There's gonna be a lot of Americans gunning for us, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
What do I think it'll be like? It'll be a party. I don't know. I've always been intimidated by New York's course. Oh, what up? Christian Allen in the flesh. Surprised we didn't see him halfway scrambling up the mountain.
I know. I think he's probably running for his place and then doing the bike, mountain biking course. So, I love that I can do this as my job.
Yeah.
Like Kylie works 40-hour weeks right now.
This race, I'm going to really try and see what coach wants me to do. I like to go out from the gun. I like to lead a lot. But I think I'm in a really good shape, and I don't want to jeopardize my chances at a top 3 finish. Yeah, I imagine, depending on how the weather plays out, that I'll run a little bit faster than I did in Paris. If the weather's good, I mean, I could see myself running a personal best. This build's been going good. I got sick last week, but other than that, I've been healthy. I thought I had 1 day of an injury scare, so I took a few days off. Got an MRI, and it actually ended up coming back clear. So for right now, I'm pretty confident that, you know, as long as I'm doing all the little things that I'm supposed to, and I'm listening to my body, like mainly for this week and next week, then I'll be good on race day, I think.
Yeah, we kind of lucked out today. We showed up for a run at 7:30 with Connor and the BYU team, who's traveling out to actually a race this weekend, ran long this morning as well, and so we joined them for their activation and then headed out on a run. Always fun to be with them because they keep us lively, and it's just always a good crew to run with. Yeah, we're 3.5 weeks out from the New York City Marathon. Right now it's crunch time, it's urgency, it's We got about a week and a half, 2 weeks left to really get after it, and then we're kind of forced to taper. We still have more to prove. We still have more to show. And New York is that next opportunity. There's still so much more to be had. I'm tired, but oh, there he is in all his beauty. Today is our last long run, our last big long run of the build, so running 25 miles with a 4-mile pickup.
Have you guys switched anything up this?
Oh, dude. Thank you.
I didn't know which ones you wanted, so I got 2 of each.
The hydrogel is the one with...
Or the
Oh, this one is the...
prototype one.
I used the 320 non-caffeinated the first half, and I used the caffeinated on the second half. I did start doing some daily loading of like collagen, beta-alanine, and some L-carnitine, like 2 grams of each. It's not been perfect. It's hard to remember to load everything and get it perfect, but yeah. Some loading like that. Oh, and then also doing some like vasodilators, which help with blood flow and recovery. But she's saying, training's gone good. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, to be fair, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
And it's so iconic because you get to go through the 5 boroughs in New York. So you get to hit each of the little boroughs, and each borough kind of has its trademark, and they have a lot of pride in like how the community shows out and cheers and gets excited. It's known as a pretty hilly marathon, and that's because you're taking these big old bridges up and over, and yeah, so it's going to be hilly. Not as hilly as Paris. I think it's got 800 or 900 feet of elevation, whereas Paris had 1,400 feet. Right at the end, you enter Central Park, and it can kind of be this like reprieve from the city, but it's also really hilly. So we'll see how we do. Indicator of fitness. And as long as you recognize that, I think they're great, but you gotta be careful. It's just easier to set the pace and forget it. And they're not always calibrated correctly. Like you even admitted it yourself. I kind of believe it. Yeah. So he'll be there.
Dude.
Nico.
Oh, Montana, okay. Does anybody have any opinions about Nationals being at Eugene every year?
You've done.
You're chatting just fine too.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm just trying not to pay attention to my watch, because I know what pace we're running.
Yeah.
I guess like New York's usually windy, right?
It's windy, yeah. Because you're gonna get on First Ave. It's like a funnel.
Mike, I think we should just go out just for that.
Okay.
You know,
Let's do it.
Alright.
Happy trails.
You know how far you were? 2 more out? I'm probably not jealous.
There we go.
Flow like water.